IBCC, Pastor Phil here. Hey, there's a well-known parable about a group of people that head down to a river, and when they get there, they notice someone is drowning. So a couple of people run in to the river to perform a rescue, but then they notice somebody else is drowning, and then another person, and so they're constantly trying to rescue people from the river. While those in distress keep coming, and the group decides that, well, some of them need to continue to help those in distress. Some of the others should walk upstream and try and get at the root cause of what's causing people to drown in the first place. I was thinking about this story as just an example of how we as a church are really called to balance a lot of different ministry fronts. We are called to engage in that direct relief work, but we also are called to walk upstream from time to time and look at some of the deeper root causes that we're called to address in our world. In our newsletter that's coming out today, I just share a few reflections on how the work we're doing as a church is really that upstream work. As we're following Christ's command to make disciples, we're creating a context where people are working towards a deeper, more just world. We are forming people of compassion who are ready to respond to the needs of our world. Well, this is a season with so many opportunities for us to engage in outreach. And as a church, we're even promoting a couple things with our toy drive with Interfaith and our continued partnership with World Relief and the kid kits we're making for refugee families. I hope you respond to the many needs in our community. But in the midst of that, I want to continue to call us to that upstream work of forming disciples. And I really believe that the work we're doing week in and week out of growing in our awareness of Christ and being formed in the way of Jesus are part of that bigger work of making this world a more beautiful and just place. So I'm just so grateful for your continued partnership as you support the mission of our church. This Advent, I pray that this would be a time both of outward movement into our community, but also a time where we'll gather close to one another and to Christ as we worship and gather in community together. There's a couple of things I just want you to be aware of this Advent season. There's a number of events happening, but there's a couple of just unique worship opportunities that are coming up soon. So this coming Sunday, we're going to have an Advent-focused Vespers service at 6 p.m. I encourage you to come and be part of that contemplative prayer time if that works with your schedule. On the 17th of the month, our kids are going to help lead us into worship with our annual Kids Nativity program. And then on Christmas Eve, it falls on a Sunday. I just want you to be aware that there won't be a normal Sunday morning service, but we're going to gather at 4 p.m. for our candlelight Christmas Eve service on the 24th. So grateful to be your pastor and to continue to partner in this important work we're doing together. God bless.